let's begin here. An immigrant once celebrated as a, quote, outstanding refugee is now accused in a multi-million-dollar Medicaid scheme that prosecutors say involved sex trafficking. Prosecutors say Salman Ahmed Elmi and 3 associates operated 4 sham healthcare businesses that billed Medicaid for services that never happened, while also running a sex trafficking ring.
Alone, look at this, 81%. Forget all the other stuff, cash assistance, food stamps, Medicaid, just any welfare overall. 81% of Somali immigrant households in Minnesota are on welfare. So what's my point? My point is, I get it. You know, you got folks come here on TPS, you know, get on this welfare, get all this free stuff and all these benefits. I wouldn't want to go back either. I promise you, I wouldn't want to go back. So I get it. But, you know, it's time to go home. The freeloading is over. It has to stop. You know, and when the freeloading comes to an end, look at how much money, and this is just the Somali community in Minnesota. When you think about illegal immigration and even legal immigration concerning TPS status, and then folks that are on TPS status getting onto welfare and draining the welfare system, think about how much money is spent, billions upon billions upon billions of dollars, taking care of those who are coming in illegally, like places like here in California, where you can take advantage of all those benefits, even though you're illegal, and even by those who are coming in legally under TPS status. Think about how much money that we would save if we actually enforced our laws where temporary meant temporary and illegal means you're getting deported. How many billions of dollars would be saved in our welfare system if we actually enforce the laws on the books? And that's what Trump is doing right now. He's enforcing the laws on the books. And that's what people are mad about. People are so used to living life without consequences, living life without being responsible, living life on the government's dime, on the taxpayer's dime. And then once you say, hey, man, it's time for us to simply enforce the laws that are on the books, now all of a sudden, you're a bad guy. It's crazy. Meanwhile, stories like this from the same people that get upset about simply enforcing the laws that are on the books, when they come across stories like this, they are silent. Look at this here. Somali Maine city councilor resigns days after taking office after felony charge. Residency questions. Iman Osman, who faced charges over alleged theft of 2 firearms and investigation into his residency in condemned building, claims racist opposition to his campaign. Ah, yes. When in doubt, go to Brandon Johnson route, scream racism, white supremacy, slavery, Jim Crow, and segregation. Okay? When in doubt, oh.
This why can we touch it on the internet? They don't know what to do. Y'all the police coming, y'all can go to jail. He just called police. He just called police.
Get the fuck out of me! You want to, bitch! Get the fuck out! Is that your mom?
He's the girl on the ground. Why they distracted? Hey, good. Come on, Daddy. I think it's
Oh, them Somalis. I thought it was against some type of moral code or religious code to not pull off hijabs. But in this case, all that flew out the window, just like the hijabs flew all over Target floor. But I don't know if that was they uncle, they pops. He was like, damn, he didn't even want to get involved. But yeah, this is what they doing at Target now, y'all. This is what they doing at Target. I thought that was one of the safe spots. They brought Walmart to Target, y'all. But anyway, yeah, somewhere in Minnesota.
abaartaan waa badanta hadda intii hadda abaarneed iyo 4 sano marko sanadkan 4 sanadkan wal yar yaba bay abuur haane ada kaamleen guri ku waysan beero laakiin wal yar wala leen abuurka kaam kareeto guri ku waysan irsaga line beesan line wal bangnahay
Yalgan Kemal.
She said she just came.
Gajes ana baahana mutawajlagun habanan galubatan dheeran door beri jitu ka jana tuuluba ka seeka kooyan hada ilaahay bay dhaw nishaan shalay start mi koosa markaati and kooyan ana yar saasada yarki awshoyn la jana tan beeron waxa ka argi meelasan siinagada isuun oo sagu soo afak yaraawanin kashaan suuna dan oo saad war umanaysnan hadda malan
people here who've fled after waiting and waiting year after year of drought and just surviving. And now they say there's nothing left. They have no water, they have no stocks, the animals have died, there is literally nothing left anymore. And so they finally had to move.
Heavy fighting has erupted in Baidoa as forces loyal to Southwest State clash with troops aligned with former leader Lofta Garin. Residents reported heavy weapons, gunfire, and explosions in several parts of the city, including the Tofik neighborhood, forcing civilians to seek shelter. Somalia's military accused Lofta Garin-aligned forces of launching an attack on Baidoa and said government forces had repelled the assault. However, supporters of Lofta Garin have not accepted the military's account, and rival claims over key areas have made the situation difficult to independently verify. The fighting is the latest escalation in a political and security confrontation that began after Lofta Garin was removed from office earlier this year. In June, former parliamentary speaker Aden Madobe was elected president of Southwest State, further deepening tensions with Lofta Garin, who was vowed to retake Baidoa. The number of casualties remains unclear, while residents fear the fighting could spread to other parts of Baidoa.
What's up, guys? This is FBA News / the Snack Man. Yeah, man. So, Somalian TPS. I talked about it before, but the hits keep on coming. Yeah, man. So we got Fox News busting out this Somali gentleman with what is it with you illegals and like the 5,000 fucking names for one person? One name is cool, you know. Of course, fraud and scamming and sex scandal, which that's new, you know. I mean, but you're evolving, right? You're evolving. You're moving from that shit, and you know you're becoming more like the dominant society, and you're being perverse. So you can call it progression, right? You can call it progression, you know, along with scamming the welfare state, which they say that we do, even though everybody else in this country gets more welfare than black people do. Black people actually, because we are dealing with the bullshit racism, have to actually fucking work. But once again, this is a society of projection, right? So they're going to project their bullshit onto us. And then they're going to let the immigrants act like them for a while until they're no longer useful and they kick them out. So, you know, we got the young brother busting out. But not just Somalians. Let's not forget them, the Haitians, the Africans, and especially here in California, the fucking Russians and the fucking Armenians have fucked up welfare and Section 8. You get one of them in there, they give everybody they know, including all the people they know, fucking welfare and Section 8. Hey, it's a real thing out here in Cali. Oh, man. The Trumpster is working really hard here, guys. He's working really hard to get all these scammers out of here. Because here's another thing that you got to think of. You see, dominant society, resources are fucking, shit is falling apart. So they just can't let these other people scam their scam. They can't afford a competition. We all know they absolutely hate competition, even when it comes to thievery. And we all know that when it comes to thievery, they are the best in the world, undisputed. And it's getting to the point where you got Somalians tossing their hijabs around in fucking Targets because they know what's waiting for them. What's waiting for them is Ebola. What's waiting for them are men with guns. What's waiting for them is washing their hair with fucking cow piss. So, FBA brothers and sisters, when you run across these people and they try and give you an attitude, don't trip over it too much. Unless they say the N-word, then you just beat their ass. But don't trip over it because, you stick your head, you lady, you let your hair get washed by fucking cow urine. Cow urine. And somehow you say you're better than us and that you work harder than us and all the normal white supremacist racist talking points. So yeah, the Trumpsters hard at work, people. The Trumpsters hard at work. And one last little thing and I'll let you go. And nobody really thinks about. You see, my father-in-law's coonery pretty much bringing me around mostly white people. I understand somewhat how they think, their sensibilities, stuff like that. The birthright citizenship thing, when they celebrated, that was like a big middle finger to Trump and the MAGA crowd. Yeah, that pissed them off, but they're too stupid to understand. See, when white people are talking about this shit out in the open, when it comes to some fuck shit, right? Because they're masters of fuck shit. They can't maintain anything or create a sustainable society. The proof is evident in the destruction of their own. But they are masters of conspiracies and fuck shit. When they're talking about something and they're putting it into action, they have been talking about this shit and preparing it for years, motherfuckers. They are going to take down birthright citizenship. And then, yeah, man, like the Cypress Hill song goes, when the shit goes down, you better be running.